Hello. Welcome back to NWA, the Legacy Years Reborn. We are starting on the tag team screen because this is the screen that I left it on when I was sorting out something off between episodes, which weren't much. Mostly it was just fixing small errors. Like, I did bring one guy in, which is in here, which brings a surprise of when he was going to debut. But I did bring in Khan because I did say I was going to bring in Khan and reunite the Ascension, and they're called the Ascendants because I didn't want to break copyright, because we're doing this realistically. I say as if we... Actually, I don't think any of the other names for tag teams are copyrighted by the companies they're in. Anyway, I'm going to preface the fact that I'm wearing a Santa hat because right now, as we're recording and streaming this, so obviously everyone who's on the stream knows because they're on the stream, it is 6 days till Christmas, and I thought every stream we're going to do until Christmas Day, which might be just with one, might be more, I'm going to wear the Santa hat. If you're watching this video, it might not make sense depending on when this goes up, because it could be uploaded after Christmas if I'm that slow at getting it edited down into a more video friendly situation. Anyway, we are here. I will probably remove the hat at some point. I can't remember what the hat says, but it has writing on it to do with wrestling being real. So, Santa is real, and so is wrestling. And I thought it's a fitting hat as well. Thank you to WrestleCrate. This was last year or the year before in WrestleCrate. Can't remember which year, but that's pretty much where I get a lot of my shit on. I've fixed some pushes, not pushes. I fixed some pushes as well, I did, and some gimmicks. I didn't fix his gimmick apparently. Oh, I did. Okay, yes, I did. Oh, why is he turned face? I don't think I was supposed to turn him face. Give me a moment. His tag team partner's Mance Warner, isn't it? So, I don't think I was supposed to turn them face, because that... Yeah, I think I was supposed to... I don't know why I was turning one called Manda's face when... Okay. Let's pretend I didn't just try and turn this guy face. Submit plans. He's staying a heel, but he's just becoming a redneck. I don't know how many other ones I've done that with. We will get the actual rundown of the tournament at some point in this stream, hopefully, depending on how close we get to... or this video. Depends how close we get to the Crockett Cup. We're waiting on a couple circumstances that I'm not going to mention until it happens, because then I'll ruin the surprise of... It relies on circumstances because I've done all the brackets and all this, but the brackets are kind of reliant on certain things. Anyway, I did actually while I was just trying to sort shit out, I was like, oh, let's see what the AI has to say about things, and it just runs down pretty much everything that is quite obvious. Apart from somewhere in here, it does say about the champion's vision, which was to be a traditional promotion, focus on in-ring quality and compelling characters. I can't remember how many of the people I actually gave the gimmicks to. I might have forgot to, but I apologise for that. It tells about top tier talent, good tag team partners, got some well-established promising teams like El Sky, Red Dragon, Grizzly Young Veterans, Lost Circus, Sunshine Machine, whatever. And the Crockett Cup coming up, perfect for that. Women's division momentum, a lot of them got a high momentum apparently. Manda's is going, I think that's the only one we've apparently got. That is now not going to be a face, but the redneck bit is. Oh, Lycos, Kid Lycos 2 is also staying heel. Forgot about that because I wanted them a heel team, and I forgot to do that when I hired Lycos 2. He's a face, and Kid Lycos the first is a heel, and I wanted them to be heels. We have some active storylines which are not set up by me. We've got good personalities, which obviously is going to be huge for us. We've got a good talented deep roster, which is what I wanted to have. Where we're going to go up until this pay-per-view, I haven't actually got the full idea yet of what we're going to do. If you're here on the stream, you're going to see obviously me... Oh shit, I forgot to actually put my chat back up. Give me a moment. But yeah, we've still got some shit to say. I don't know what we're going for. We will probably edit the production things because we've got a lot of money, but I want to see how much money we make per episode because I don't want to run the NWA into the ground on our way to success. Storyline wise, I did say I'm going to keep them, and I will. This is the only one where I'm a bit meh on because, well, they're a tag team. They're not in the tag team tournament, but they're a tag team. So we might just end that. We got, obviously, that leaves us with 4 feuds going into the pay-per-view. Are any of them for titles? Yes, them 2 are for titles, obviously. The tag team, there won't be a tag team feud because I can't be able to sit here and set up a full-on storyline thing. I know it boosts popularity, but to have to put in 32 people into a storyline would take a while, and I don't think it's worth it. Especially as after the tournament, we'll be able to branch off into lots of different storylines from there, which will add a lot more. But we are 7 weeks away from the Crockett Cup, which is going to be a huge event. I'm glad it's 3 hours because I did all the maths on how many matches we got to fit in. The tournament alone, I think, was 15. We also have the fact that I did Google how the Crockett Cup was done this year, and it was all recorded in a 2-day window or 1-day window, and it just got aired on NWA Power, which I found a bit strange. But that's just the way that is. We're not doing it that way. We're actually having real pay-per-views. We have 4 here. I haven't decided what we're doing for the belts. I can't remember who holds which belts. We have the World Television title, which has got no one holding it, and the current national heavyweight champion is Mims. So that then gives us this some legs. Mims are Silas Mason, not Taylor. That all then obviously run into the pay-per-view. We also have a lot of talent. Obviously, I went through and just fucking hired everyone. We will probably hire more people if I think we're a bit too reliant on other promotions. Cough cough. We have a lot of people who are coming in who work for the 2 big in WWE and AEW, like Bailey Matthews works in WWE. Blake Christian technically does, but he's only in informal agreement, so not too big an issue. Who else did we get in? Who from Brooke Havoc isn't? No, I don't think she was. Calix Hampton, who is still going to be known as Sol Ruka because if I get my capitalisation right, I just think that's just better. I also now just... Is this all of them? Oh no. Oh, okay, I think that just changed, didn't it? Because I pressed on some... Okay. Anyway, we also have... Who else is from big promotion? Desmond Xavier. Technically he's still under contract with WWE until 16th of May. So, the Rascals might also have some issues depending on where his next contract is. I think the same go. But, well, him being part of the Rascals will. The other 2 won't. Who else did we sign from? James Drake. I think they work informally for AEW. If AEW ever do snap them up, that's going to be another team loss. Not Jay Bradley. Jay Malachi, of course. Javon Evans. We're going to keep him under the name Jay Malachi because that's his name. And apart from Sol Ruka, we're not going to really be touching that. But yeah, we've got Jay Malachi in here. He's going to be working for us. But again, another big talent working from WWE. We also... we have like people from Noah, but these are informal agreements and stuff. And he's on an informal agreement with Noah anyway. Who do we have? Kenta Kobashi. Oh yes, because he's one of our agents. I can't remember what else we got from the big companies. Oh, Kyle O'Reilly as well, coming in from AEW. Again, contract, whatever he does with that contract will have a lot of say in what happens with a lot of things because he could be leaving, which then makes Bobby Fish a little irrelevant. Cody Page is fine. Lourdes Negra. Leon Slater, I think he's working for TNA in this. Yeah, informal agreement. I hope he doesn't sign with anyone, but he could. Lucky Ali. Obviously, Saquon Sugars in NXT. But I think he'll be a great talent for us here. He's on a contract with WWE for that long. For that longest period on that contract, we will be able to book him. So he's got at least a year with us. Maddie Rankowski, former NWA Women's Tag Team Champion. Good talent to have around. Got until next year on her contract in WWE, so that won't change. And indie bookings are allowed. So we'll have her until at least until then. I don't know who else we have on contracts from other things, like Mystico from CMLL, but he works on a lot of informal contracts apparently. Psycho Clown is the same but with AAA. He is. We also did bring in Robert Gibson because if the game wants to go for him, we did bring in Robert Gibson because him and Ricky Morton, obviously the Rock and Roll Express. Rosemary still working for TNA on an informal contract, working for us on an informal contract. We also did bring in Scott Armstrong as a referee, which I think is a hilarious thing that we've done there. I think he's a great ref for us. I think we went through Sol Ruka's situation already. Yeah, I don't think we have any more that are under big issues. Obviously, James Drake and Zach Gibson have the same issue where if anyone comes in with a permanent deal for them, we're fucked. Simply put. But I think that's for most of our roster because everyone is obviously on informal contracts. And if anyone hold a contract and then contract situations happen, we will have to be very quick to get belts off them. Unless the promotion wants to do business, which a lot of them won't do, especially if it's the big ones like AEW and WWE. As we have learned, they don't like us. They didn't want to do deals with us. I don't know if it's because we're too small or too big for promotion. I didn't want to know. We've only got a 40 to 60 minute show per week leading through in Livewire leading up to the Crockett Cup. So we don't have too much time to fill. But of course we don't have much time to fill, but we have a lot to get through. Obviously we've only got the 4 feuds going currently. We still do have the television title to find a champion for. However, we are going to probably hold that off until probably not until Billy Starks is in the 7th of June. Okay, that's good to know. Joe Parker's yeah, like we have a lot of people on things here that are going to run out. Will we wait until NWA Into the Fire? Potentially, but also that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, another 8 weeks of television. And I think a TV champion should be maybe one on television, so maybe we'll do that after we get through Crockett Cup. We'll start working on that, but until then we're in a situation. I don't think we have the welcome to the first episode of the NWA Livewire. Yeah, like that didn't go too well for us, 62, but I don't think that's bad. I think that's okay. There was a 60 segment here. Tom Latimer's promo, really good. Tom Latimer's entrance, really good. So that gives us something. They had a dud. Jesus Christ, I know you're both enhancement talent, but I expected a bit more. Have pretty bad chemistry as opponents, and the time was all over the place. Okay, we're going to change that feud. I'm going to have to find someone else to do that feud. Fun times. And they went to Minos Shamrock, put the tag team division on notice ahead of the Crockett Cup. Definitely didn't mess up. Forget what it was called for a second. 63 segment, not the worst, not the best. James Storm versus Blake Christian. A 2-star match, not the worst. Only 46 crowd reaction and 50% in general, but nothing really happened for either of them. But I think it's a decent enough match. 2 stars ain't the worst. Silas Mason calls out Mims, saying he's well overdue a title shot, which he will get at some point probably. And we'll see where that goes. And Kenzie Page versus Natalia Markova. Okay, the finish slightly hurt the match quality, so 1 star, not great, but probably do a lot better. 40%, 41% crowd reaction, 45% title score. Not a great show, but we could have got a 55 if we weren't limited, so that's good to know. How much money we make per show is really important here, but that's week 1 down, and do you know what? It's not a bad week of action. To be fair, we did what we needed to do. We got max score. We need to work out who the fuck is gonna join the other feud now. Mail, we've got 11 things. Revolver, informal. As long as it's informal, I don't care. Informal summary of NWA Live Wire. Sold 1,000 tickets, 25 grand made there, another 1,000 in Triller income. We lost money on Oceana, only getting 160 views, which we got 1,000, we got 2,000. Oh yeah, because we pay 1,000 per thing. So that one there, but we make 8 grand from North America per show. In Europe, we made another 2,000. In Asia, we made 700. In Africa, we lost 182. So we had more people watch it in Africa than we did in Oceania. And Vipers has been offered a contract by Revolver. I'm assuming it doesn't really matter. Like, it ain't going to be a big contract. But yeah, let me show you some on the brands. Because I was like, oh yeah, we have a really good mix here. Obviously, we don't have a heel in the main event, but that's fine. Upper card here lists Silas Mason. So he might be good. We have plenty of faces. And we have a face and a heel, which works perfectly. But like, look at this. Like, this is really even. We also do need to go and change Desmond Xavier to being a face so he matches the rest of Rascals. But like we should have a good amount of people here. I don't know why I didn't put Kratos in there. That would have been him or Odinson would have been good choices to be in that feud. And do you know what? That's we were gonna add him. Am I risking it that it might not be that good? Yes. But we are gonna add in Kratos. I don't know why I picked Kratos over Odinson. I just remember Kratos better than I remember Odinson. And that's sorted. And that will now be a feud going forward. We're going to do the first reel of the tag teams in the next one, which will be, who knows, we'll see which ones I decide I want to put in there first. Have any of our champions actually hold the belts for like a really long amount of time? Kenzie Page has been champion for 584 days. So that's a huge one when she loses the belt. Tice Latimer held the World Heavyweight title for 214 days. Shortest range was Shane Douglas, okay. Also, the shortest range of this women's championship is Serena Deeb at 228 days. Like, how many champions have there been, though? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's only been 5 champions. So, being the shortest of 228 days isn't the worst. We currently don't have a NWA World Champion or Television Champion, but we will do. Murdoch and Trevor. Murdoch and Knox have held the tag titles for nearly a year. And Mims has held the National Championship for 214 days. Okay then. Very good. Connect Texista win some titles. I'm just looking through here. Dragon Light plan to win the again around Sean Skywalker. We're like, you know, I'm just trying to make sure that I could try and sign Bozilla really. She's a good women's talent at 21 years old. She's finding out Dream Star fighting Marigold. So she's Marigold. They just really like to make the names really long, apparently. I'd like to hire her. I think that would be a good. Just how that's a style correctly. She only held the title 16 days before losing it. But I think she's a really good person to bring in. And if it's in an informal paper appearance from Glee. But I do think we go to Bozilla. Can I just... Yep. Cool. We'll shortlist Bozilla because that's an option for the future. A lot of women are being talked to. A lot of the Japanese stars. So Brookside is going to work for WXW apparently. No real huge news. Okay. Now we just got to get to the next episode and the luxury of people who are not watching this live. They don't have to watch all this happen in the moment. The second episode of the NWA Live Wire goes. They started a better, 65%. That's a really good start for us. But Silas Mason and Burt Shaw, although it was mostly just... I should have made that a thing where it's just make Silas Mason look really good. The credit action was low. Match quality was only a 1 star, but 45% overall and not the worst. Colby Carino's interview got 71. Beautiful segment. Just what we want. Jay Bradley took on Kratos, and Kratos beat Jay Bradley, and he got a good little boost for it. We love to see it. Jay Bradley didn't get what he probably wanted there. He got a loss, and it's not great. 35% crowd reaction, 1% a 1-star match, and a 42% final score. Not the best, not the worst. Angle involved the announcement of the first team of the Crockett Cup. We have the NWA Tag Team Champions, Mike Knox, Trevor Murdoch. Knox and Murdoch. We have 2 members of a faction who have just won gold in Noah. It is Keno and Kaito Kiyomiya. That is All Rebellion. And we have our first European contention, TK, Mambo, the Sunshine Machine. And that's our first 3 entered into the Crockett Cup. Only another 13 to be revealed. And in the main event, Max the Impaler took on Valentina Rossi. In a match where Max the Impaler won. 42% crowd reaction. 2-star match. Pretty decent. Final score 51%. Love to see it. Max the Impaler gained. Valentina Rossi didn't lose. So that's... lose any popularity. That's always good. The intimidating presence of Max Impaler added to the match. Max Impaler thrived in an intergender match. Oh, oops. I don't know why I always assume... I think it's the hair. Even though, who cares? She likes him to end wrestling. It was a good match. Cool. I need to remember that Max Impaler's not in the women's division. Sorry if I've offended any people. I made a mistake there. However, we just love intergender wrestling. It's a good match. Kenta Kobashi helped. Valentina Rossi was a little out of breath by the end of it. She has the stamina for a match of 13 minutes. Valentina Rossi thrived in the match. Love to see it. Kenta Kobashi did the heavy lifting. Cool. So we could have got 58, which would have been better than the first show. 45% show score. Pretty decent. Go lads. We've booked the first 2 shows of 7, and we've been going an hour. This might take a lot longer than we thought. Valentina Rice, summary of the wire. We sold out again. We made a grand in South America. Plus 830 in Oceania. Made nearly 10 grand in North America. 2 grand in Europe. 859 in Asia. And we lost money in Africa with 209 again. Africa's liking us more than Oceania. That's very interesting. Good to know though. If we can get any African talent in, let's have a look. Because, good way to get yourself boosted in these kind of things is, well, I'm assuming having talent from Africa in the continent, no, not based in birthplace. We want an African because you'd assume they're going to be quite popular. There's not many of them. Adam Rose, of course, born in South Africa. Forgot he's still. Oh, he's not a he's a non-wrestler. Angelico, who is under contract with AEW, otherwise an idea. Obafemi, who would have loved to brought in, but not possible. We are going to shortlist him just in case we can do something. Omos, also he fought in GH. He fought in I'm gonna say JHC. It's not JHC. It was Noah, but that's the tag team. That's the name of the title. So he would have been a cool one. Kofi, PJ Black, who's unemployed currently. That's definitely someone to keep an eye on. Prince Nana. He's not a wrestler, but might be alright to have. Queen Aminata, who's born from Guinea, is at AEW. So, and Tayonga, birthplace Zambia, based in London. She's got zero popularity in everywhere but North America, even though she's based in London. Okay. I think PJ Black might be someone to bring in. Because, he's a talent. He'd do a good feud with, like of Blake Christian or any of the members of the Rascals. I think we bring him in that bloated mid-card as a face. He is a thrill. E.g. Justin Gabriel. It's almost as if PJ Black is Justin Gabriel. Thank you, accepts contract. That might be the beginning of something. So that's pretty cool. Good to know. We just need to. Alan Angels is going to work a tour with All Japan. Is anyone? Nothing like huge news yet. Oh, shit! Nothing like huge news. Mike Bennett and Maria Kanellis Bennett announced their divorce. That has taken fans and the rest of the community by surprise. The celebrated pair couple, Mike Bennett and Maria Kanellis Bennett, have officially announced the decision to part ways and file for divorce. Holy shit! That was not on my bucket list to happen. What does Maria do now? Has she even got a job? Oh, she is. Oh, she works with in Ring of Honor more than AEW, doesn't she? But we're 2 shows in. If we even get like 4, and then if we do 4 an episode, we might be in a good position. A good opening, 68, not the worst. Kenzie Page's entrance got a good thing. A 69 for the promo isn't the worst, especially in that position we're in now. Markova making their entrance, good. Just the engaging the sparring weren't the best. But Kenzie Page just came out. She's like chatting shit. Markova's responded, and Markova said, "I'll see you soon," kind of thing. No, first match of the evening, Hollywood Hayley J versus Kylie Page, the sister of the woman who was just out here chatting shit, the women's champion Kenzie Page, and she couldn't get the win over Hollywood Hayley J, and Hayley J takes that victory. Yeah, she's did a good show. She had a good match. 38. The match wasn't the best. It was a 1-star match, but good final score. We'll take it. And Silas Mason calls out Mims. He came out again. He wants that title shot. He won last week. He's like, see, I deserve this. And again, Mims is just, I don't know about that. I think you need to do a bit more to own your shot. And then the big announcements have been made. The next 3 competitors in this tournament are going to be the Rascals of of Desmond Xavier and Zachary Wentz. The second gear crew, one called Manders, Mance Warner, and the Colognes, Epico and Primo Cologne. And just like that, we can then fix the issues. And that's the first 3 people. That's the first 6 teams announced for this tournament. Who else could be in it in the next 5 weeks? And now, the next matchup, Blake Christian versus Tommy Rand. 3 minutes it took for Blake Christian to beat Tommy Rand. Nice victory for him. Half-star quality match, weren't great. Craig Ashton weren't the greatest. It just didn't go as much as it. This was too short to get a good match out of it, which was kind of the aim. So Rand's performance was much worse than usual. I did forget to make it a bit more. I keep getting to the thing. Anyway, Jay Bradley demands a match with Kratos. He's not happy about his loss last week. He stormed into the office of Shane McMahon and he's went, I need Kratos again. I'm going to beat Kratos. But Shane's went, we'll see. You might get your match. And in a big thing, Thomas Latimer took on Kerry Morton, the son of one half of one of the greatest tag teams of all time, and they had a good 12-minute match. And 1.5 stars, not the worst. Kratos went top. Final score 50, not the worst, not the best, but they had a good match. And Tom Latimer comes out on top, the champion, showing why he is the champion in such match between 2 great competitors. But after the match, Colby Carino storms the ring after not being able to stop Latimer winning in the match with his cheeky little distractions and trying to help out Mr. Kerry Morton. After the match, just lays out Thomas Latimer just to end the show, holding up that NWA World's Heavyweight Championship. Our shows are getting better. 59 this week as well. Show ain't only comes up to 45, but it could have been a 59. Gaining good popularity. We're looking good. 3 weeks in, we're doing great. And now, how many more weeks have we got until the pay-per-view? Is it another 3? No, another 4. It's another 4, yeah. With 10 competitors to go, which will mean another 2, 10. Yeah, okay. Zilla Fatu, who is someone I might look into bringing in. Someone lower. We didn't sell out this time. Not great. We made 1,000 on South America. We lost money in Oceania again, like we expect to. We made $8,000 in North America, pretty decent. Another $2,000 in Europe. $859 in Asia. That's came down a bit, I think. And lost 200 in Africa, so we got a couple more views in Africa this time. Pretty decent. Right. Zilla Fatu, I'm pretty sure he's on the shortlist. He is the kind of man I'm thinking to bring in not too long the time period. Big push for Santana. Build the company in Mustafa Ali. I think we are going to go for 4. It took us 22 minutes to get another episode, to get 3 episodes done. Here we're in 22. So we might go another 1, might go another 2. But we might go 1. We then set up the next 4. End it on that big one at the Crockett Cup. It could be. I think that's a good way to do it. I think we'll go for 1 more episode. Desmond Xavier has been offered a contract by WWE, which we're expecting. Obviously, he is part of the WWE. We were expecting him to sign a new deal. That's not a problem. It's if he doesn't have that indie bookings allowed in that contract, we then are looking at going into the Crockett Cup with him not fully, him not being around for too much longer. Desmond Xavier has been offered a contract by New Japan, and Drew Parker's increasing their booking fee by $30, the sneaky bastard. But that's fine. Completely fine. We have plenty of talent we can bring in for shows that we've gotten from AEW and WWE. I'm not utilised a single one of them yet. I don't think any of them have had a match. But you know, they're here to be special things. Shibata signed an exclusive deal with AEW. Desmond Xavier signed a deal with New Japan. Persephone's left CMLL. And she's going to just be with Actress Girls for until January. Okay. She's a good wrestler. So might be a good one to keep an eye on. WWE planning to build an argument. Millie McKenzie left Rev Pro. She signed for another company then. She's going to join Actress Girls as well. You know, some good talent here. Like nothing. I would assume that this probably isn't going to have the indie bookings allowed. It doesn't have the indie bookings allowed. Disappointing. But we're looking pretty decent. We know that Desmond Xavier will be here for the Crockett Cup, maybe not too much longer. So we start today's show with Natalia Markova talking trash about Kenzie Page, who interrupts and reciprocates, and the pair again finally get their hands on each other for the first time after their last match. Since their last match, they brawled, they put their hands on each other, and it's announced next week Markova Page 2 for the NWA Women's Championship. In the first match of the evening, Jay Bradley got his match against Kratos, and again Bradley just couldn't get the best of Kratos. Terrible match, not much great reaction. 5%. Not the worst, not the best. And now the next announcements for the Crockett Cup. Announcing first from Europe, man like Doris, Leon Slater, boisterous behaviour. El Sky Team from Mexico, Mystico and Volador Jr. And two men who haven't teamed together in quite some time. Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, Red Dragon, one of the greatest teams to ever lace up their boots, and they're entering the Crockett Cup. And as well as that, Chris Danger takes on Blake Christian, and Blake Christian gets the match won very quickly in 4 minutes. 39% crowd reaction. 2-star match though. 47% generally on the final score. And then Colby Corino comes out and brags about laying out Tom Latimer and promises to take the title from him. Latimer responds to the call, and the two of them begin to brawl. Soon many staff members are to come out to break it up. 55% didn't go as well as we would have hoped. And in the main event, your NWA Tag Team Champions Knox and Murdoch took on Blunt, Force, Trauma, and the Tag Champs. Showing why the Tag Champs, they win the match. Not much reaction, but 2-star match, 47%, and they did enough. Damage was a little out of breath, but he just about managed the time, and that's the end of NWA Livewire, and that is the end of this stream. This is the end of this video as well. I will see you guys for the next one, which will, if you're here live for the live stream, will be in the coming days. And if you're for the video, it should also come in the coming days after the video goes up. But for now, guys, I thank you all for watching. I thank you all for being here if you are on the live, and I'll see you in the next video and stream. But for now, peace.